Hey everyone, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity back for another video, a little Sunday reflection type video. I always like doing these after a Norwich game on a Saturday because, of course, we do our live streams or watch-alongs on the Saturday, and it's always quite high energy and quite reactive. And sometimes, you say things because you're excited or disappointed, and then when the dust settles a bit, you can really get your thoughts across. So I think that these videos hold some kind of value. Of course, Norwich City made it 3 wins in the last 3 games yesterday. Another late Mario Vrancic goal was enough to get past lowly Wycombe Wanderers. And of course, the reaction to it has been brilliant. Because Norwich have made it 3 wins in a row, we've climbed into the top 6 of the Championship table for the first time this season, and things look good. But there are some people saying, well, it took a late goal against Rotherham, a late goal against Birmingham, and a late goal against Wycombe Wanderers, all sides who you would expect to be, mid to lower end of the Championship table. So is this Norwich City's team, and have the performances warranted the points in which we've got? There's that amazing stat, isn't there, that we've led in, I think it's under half an hour of football this season, and we've won 4 games. The winner against Huddersfield came in the 87th minute. The winner against Rotherham came 89 minutes. The winner against Birmingham was 88 minutes. And the winner against Wycombe was 91 minutes. So all very late goals, and that's fine. It's not sustainable, though. The only thing I would say is we are creating a lot of chances. We've had nearly 70 shots in the last 3 games, and we've scored 4 goals. One of them a penalty, one of them an own goal, and another one a free kick. No, we've scored 5 goals, haven't we? Being a bit harsh on us there. Of course, the Pookie goal yesterday as well was a delightful goal from open play. So the argument would be, from me, is if we continue to, create chances and have shots at that rate, you would hope that the conversion starts to improve slightly. If you flip it back to the 2018-2019 season, which I'm going to try and stop comparing it to because that's gone and that was a long time ago and it's basically a different squad now. But that was the opposite. We were very much achieving above our expected goals kind of ratio. Pookie was in ridiculous form and scoring chances that you wouldn't normally expect a striker to score. Stiepermann, Vrancic, Hernandez, Buendia, they were all the same, all chipping in with goals. There were some spectacular goals that season. So I haven't been that disappointed with the performances. Even yesterday against Wycombe, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought the first 10 minutes were brilliant. Some of the best football we've played this season, and it was brilliant. We got that early goal, and you expect when that early goal comes, you think, right, the floodgates are going to open now. Wycombe looked all over the place. We had loads of space, and then they get themselves back into the game. A very silly error. Just a communication problem, I think, between Grant Hanley and Tim Krul. Hanley, again, I don't know if the goal against Rotherham was completely his fault, but he certainly had a part to play in it. Yesterday's was definitely his fault. So he hasn't had the best introduction back into the squad, but thankfully it hasn't cost us any points. And that partnership between Hanley and Gibson, I think, can really flourish if they can both stay fit. I really, really like the look of Ben Gibson. Was it a penalty yesterday? I've seen them given. That was, of course, when he kind of misjudged the header. It's coming behind him. He's kind of slipped and pulled on the Wycombe striker's shirt. I was surprised it wasn't given at the time. And looking back, I think if I was a Wycombe fan, I'd be bitterly disappointed in that. And then also the Mario Vrancic free kick, I didn't realise at the time, but having watched it back on Quest, that wasn't a free kick. It was a very good dive. Very reminiscent. Can you remember Wes Houlihan's dive against Watford away when we won a penalty? It was similar to that, just kind of chucking himself forwards. But look, it was a piece of real quality from Mario Vrancic late on. So I haven't been too disappointed with the performance. As I say, the first 10 minutes was great. We let them back into the game. And let's not kid ourselves, it was utter domination, especially in the second half. There was a 10-15 minute spell in the first half when you would argue Wycombe were the better side and they weren't performing like a team that haven't picked up a point this season. The only thing I would say about Wycombe is they've scored 2 goals this season, both of them from Kashket, both of them from goalkeeping errors. So they haven't been able to carve out too many opportunities this season. And thankfully we did manage to win, because it would have certainly been points wasted if we weren't to pick up maximum points in that game. The midfield, I thought Roop's coming into his own. I thought he had another really good performance. The thing I've been really impressed with him is his ability to regain possession, and I didn't see that from him in the Premier League, and maybe it was because he was being played out of position, and maybe I was being a little harsh on Lucas Roop. There's still areas of his game that he needs to improve on, and I think Oliver Skipp's in the same camp there. But his ability to win the ball back is hugely, hugely important at this level, because there are going to be misplaced passes, especially when you've got Cantwell and Buendia ahead of you, who are willing to take on them riskier passes, them risk and reward type through balls that aren't always going to come off, and then that turns in possession. And it's important to have a player like Lucas Roop in there who can collect it, win it back, and then recycle possession. It was just wave after wave of Norwich attack against Wycombe Wanderers. So that was pleasing. I think now that we've seen 2 late goals from Mario Vrancic, it certainly puts the thought into Daniel Farke's head of maybe do we start Mario Vrancic in the next game. And I've been thinking about this. I like to see Mario Vrancic higher up the pitch. I don't think he's got the legs of a box-to-box midfielder. I think he would struggle in a really combative kind of midfield. But thinking about it, I think Oliver Skipp maybe needs a rest. He's been thrown in the deep end. His performance levels have been good. But maybe with Brentford and Bristol City coming up, 2 really tricky games, and that's going to be a real test. Is it now time to put Mario Vrancic in the middle of the park? Maybe. Now, Daniel Farke's got a big decision there, because he's also got questions higher up the pitch. Do you start Hugill and Pukki again? I personally wouldn't, and I also don't think Daniel Farke will. I think he will switch out that number 10 position. I think he will put Pukki up front. I think Hugill will get a rest. And it would probably be, for me, Marco Stiepen in the 10. But you could also put, you could move Cantwell into the 10 and put Boheta out on the left. And then you drop, someone else. So there's options, which is really pleasing. But there's big questions now for Daniel Farke about what that team looks like. Look, if it's an unchanged side again against Brentford, I'm not going to be upset, because this team has just won 3 in a row. But I think there maybe needs to be some fresh legs in there against Brentford. And if you're Mario Vrancic and you've just won your side, 2 wins single-handedly, basically, in the last week, you would be knocking on the manager's door and going, look, I want my chance against Brentford. I can do it again. And don't forget, he has scored a beautiful free kick against Brentford before, so don't put it past him to do it again. I think, wins against Rotherham, Birmingham, Wycombe, brilliant. They're exactly the type of games that get your season up and running. And let's not think too far back. The mood was very different. I was on here questioning Daniel Farke. Most people were questioning where we're going. Are the players that we've recruited right? Are we scoring enough goals? Is the defence looking good enough? Oh my goodness, we've only got 2 fit centre-backs. The mood can quickly change, and it's these little runs of form in a season that propels you up the division. We've gone from 16th to 4th, 5th in a matter of weeks. So really promising, but the real test now comes in this next couple of weeks. Brentford and Bristol City, 2 teams who, well, maybe not so much Bristol City, but they're flying, they're in second. Brentford have been on and off in the last few weeks, but they're a team that you would expect to be up there this season. And of course, 2 away games. And then I think it's Millwall and Swansea after that, 2 very well-versed championship sides who, again, you would expect to be in the top half of the table. So I think we'll have more of an idea of where this squad is at the end of these 4 games. Maximum of 12 points out of them. I think I'd probably take 9. 8 or 9. I doubt we'll win all 4. It'd be amazing if we did, but I don't think this squad is fully there yet. But as I say, this is going to be the test that we've all been waiting for, essentially. So a brilliant, brilliant few days for Norwich City. The win against Wycombe was brilliant. I loved it. And look, maybe I'm just getting a bit carried away here, but enjoy these times. We suffered 10 straight defeats in the Premier League. It's okay to get carried away as a football fan, right? Like, it's good to enjoy these moments. You need to enjoy these scraping wins against Wycombe, because trust me, it's not going to last forever, and football has a very funny way of bringing you back down to earth. So if you're getting carried away about a win against Wycombe, carry on. I'm not going to stop you, because you have to enjoy these moments in football, especially the kind of quality that Mario Vrancic has come up with there to put it in literally the top corner. Any further left or right of the goal or up, it hits the crossbar or the post or goes over. So absolutely majestic from Mario Vrancic. Long may it continue. We'll be back on Tuesday for a watch-along of the Brentford game, and we'll also be doing a watch-along of the Bristol City game. So a jam-packed week on Talk Norwich City. Thank you so much for all of your support on the recent videos. If you are new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe and you'll never miss out on another video. And if you want daily podcasts delivered to your inbox, your email inbox, then the Ko-fi link in the description will take you to our Ko-fi page. And if you become a monthly contributor, you will get a morning podcast every single weekday talking all things Norwich City. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday. Whatever you're up to, go and enjoy it, and enjoy that Norwich City have won 3 matches in a row. Bye-bye.